takes the lead. And meanwhile, Ricky Rudd trying to... Oh, and Earnhardt finishes.
In NASCAR, there comes cases of moments, people, and organizations who on paper seemed as though they were destined for greatness. But, for some reason or another, things did not work out in the end. When that happens, many would want to point the blame at a number of reasons why. But for this NASCAR fan and others, there's only one thing that we can ask. What happened?
Gordon takes a look again. Rush comes down, slams the door. Gordon on her. Here comes Jeff Gordon to take the lead.
Here comes Earnhardt. He's all the way to the bottom. Almost in the grass. He slides up the racetrack and Jeff Gordon will win it.
A couple weeks back, we looked back on the rise and fall of Ray-Evernham Motorsports. In that video, before we discussed the Dodge-backed team of Ray-Evernham, we briefly discussed one of Ray-Evernham's first times as an owner in the sport of NASCAR, which came alongside his longtime driver to NASCAR Cup Series, Jeff Gordon, in addition to Gordon's then wife, Brooke Gordon. So for this video, we can't really do a rise and fall because, quite frankly, the time that they were in the sport was just too short to fit into this category. There really wasn't a rise. So with that said, welcome to perhaps a new series on my channel, What Happened? We will take a look at teams and other moments in the sport that perhaps had a lot of potential in NASCAR, but due to one reason or another, were gone in almost no time at all. So with that said, JG Motorsports, what happened? In 1999, the then wife of Jeff Gordon, Brooke Gordon, partnered up with Ray-Evernham to form a NASCAR Busch Series team, which was to be known as Gordon-Evernham Motorsports, with the initials GEM. Oddly enough, Evernham's Cup team would also later be known as GEM with the merger with George Gillette. The team, as you'd imagine, with Evernham and Gordon's ties to Hendrick, would run the Chevy Monte Carlo, and they would utilize the number 24, Jeff's number from the NASCAR Winston Cup Series, but it would be in its own unique styling, which was to help duplicate the primary sponsor's font, Pepsi. The Pepsi logo of the 1990s was a classic look of a white or silver base with a red bar, the Pepsi Globe logo, and the Pepsi name in blue. But in 1998, their branding changed, incorporating a blue base background with the Pepsi Globe with a lighter blue shadow along with the Pepsi name in white with a darker defined drop shadow. With this brand change in 1998, their car for the Busch Series in 1999 would reflect that, with the team's number 24 Pepsi Chevy having a blue base and a lighter blue fade along the bottom of the car, with the Pepsi branding on the car. This would be the look when Jeff Gordon drove his own number 24 car. Jeff Gordon would make 6 starts during the 1999 season where he'd record 4 top 5s that season, and in one of his more noteworthy starts, he raced a very special car at Charlotte Motor Speedway that season when he ran the Pepsi-branded Star Wars Episode 1 crossover car, featuring Liam Neeson as Qui-Gon Jinn and Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi on the hood of the car, along with other characters from the film on various places on the car, promoting the upcoming film. While this may be one of the more memorable paint schemes, Gordon didn't have the run they were hoping for, finishing 13th in that race. Towards the end of his runs though, consistency came in, finishing 2nd in his 4th race of the year at Michigan and finishing 2nd at Charlotte in the fall. But in the 31st Busch Series race of the 1999 season at Phoenix International Raceway, Gordon would start 3rd and win the 1999 Outback Steakhouse 200, picking up the team their first Busch Series victory. With the leadership of Jeff Gordon and Ray-Evernham, the crew chief duties were primarily on the hands of Patrick Donahue, where he would get his first chance at crew chief duties before going on to have a large part in the start of Ray-Evernham's Cup Series team, in addition to duties on future Hendrick Motorsports Busch Series entries. Today, Donahue is still in the sport, crew chiefing the number 48 Xfinity Series entry of Big Machine Racing. While Gordon was able to find a team their success by winning in 1999, he wasn't the only driver who would make starts for the team that season. Due to the close relationship between Gordon, Evernham, and Gordon's Cup Series owner Rick Hendrick, the team was used to help further develop the career of Rick Hendrick's son, Ricky Hendrick, as Ricky would attempt 4 Busch Series races in 1999 in the number 24 DuPont Chevrolet, making the races at Myrtle Beach Speedway and Rockingham Speedway, but failing to qualify for the races at Richmond and Memphis that season. During his 1999 attempts, Hendrick would finish 20th at Myrtle Beach after starting 5th, and at Rockingham, Ricky would start 33rd, but finished 37th after a crash would derail his start. Then in 2000, things changed when Ray Evernham left Hendrick Motorsports and his crew chief role for Jeff Gordon. Robbie Loomis took over as Gordon's crew chief in the Cup Series for the 2000 season, and Ray Evernham was fielding offers from Dodge to launch one of their NASCAR teams in the 2001 season. When this happened, Ray Evernham sold off his half of the partnership of Jeff and Brooke Gordon to Rick Hendrick, with Jeff Gordon being more of the principal owner of the team in 2000. But Hendrick definitely played a big part in the team. Essentially, you know how now, while Dale Jr. and his group own Junior Motorsports, well, it's pretty obvious that there's a close tie to their success with Hendrick Motorsports too, and that's really similar to how this team was originally supposed to be, but when Evernham left almost immediately after it began, well, it was unclear what would happen for the future. During the 2000 season, Pepsi would return to sponsor the 24 car for 5 races, and GMAC would be on with Ricky Hendrick for 15 races in the 24 car, and then at the final race of the 2000 season, Gordon ran the 24, while Ricky Hendrick ran a number 14 car with GMAC. Ricky Hendrick would fail to qualify in 5 of the 16 races he attempted in 2000, including Rockingham, Darlington, New Hampshire, the Milwaukee Mile, and the Bristol Night Race in the fall. Of the 11 races he did make though, his finishes were consistent, but consistently poor. He finished 36th or worse 5 times in 2000, but he did manage in his first start of the season to finish 5th at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway in what would be his only top 5 for the team. As for Gordon, however, in his 5-race Busch Series campaign as an owner-driver, he recorded 3 top 10s with 2 top 5s, a 4th place finish at Charlotte in the spring, and then in the 2000 Busch Series finale at Homestead Miami Speedway, he would start 6th and finish 1st. When this happened, this closed 2 chapters with a win. This would go on to be Jeff Gordon's final Busch Series start, as he never ran another race in the series, so he did in fact go out with a win in the Busch Series. This also would be the end of Jeff Gordon's team, as his focus shifted back solely to his NASCAR Cup Series driving career, which would prove to be a good move as he would win the 2001 Winston Cup Series championship. Meanwhile, Rick Hendrick would be the sole leadership of Hendrick's development in the Busch Series after that. Pepsi Company would also join Jeff Gordon on more roles as a Cup Series sponsor as things progress after this team's closure. However, for Jeff Gordon, he would start to even have a larger focus on sub-leadership duties within Hendrick Motorsports, leading to his hand and bringing in Jimmy Johnson, who would eventually become a 7-time Cup Series champion for the team. Today, you can still find Jeff Gordon at the track, monitoring the likes of Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, William Byron, and Alex Bowman in his role as vice chairman of Hendrick Motorsports. But back to the question of this video, JG Motorsports, what happened? Essentially, 2 legends of NASCAR built a legacy together, and while they could have succeeded together potentially, Jeff Gordon's ties to HMS kept him where he was, while Ray Evernham ultimately went off to write his own legacy, and that wrote the end of their time together, and ultimately, there was just no reason for JG Motorsports to continue past 2000. It was a fun 2 years for Gordon fans for sure, but ultimately it just wasn't meant to be. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new and interested in more videos like this one. As always, I thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye guys. Hey everyone, thanks for watching this video from DannyBTalks. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like on the video, and if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. You might like all the other videos here on this YouTube channel. I talk about all things NASCAR, past, present, and future. Until next time, have a great day. Bye guys.